Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. Today, we will go through the setting up of a node demo, which Shubham will lead. We also have with us Sam and Aniket from the tech team to go over any questions or doubts that you will have. Over to you, Shubham.
Hi. Hey everyone. I'll be taking you through the whole node installation uh, tutorial. Let me share my screen and show you how you can easily install your node. So, yeah, I hope you are able to see my screen. Yeah. To run a node, first of all, we'll be using a VPS today. You can also host the node on your own system. There's a minimum requirement which you can find on the doc. Uh, you can access the doc link here, and we'll also make sure to share the link in the chat. Yeah. Here you can see the minimum hardware requirement to run a node. You will also need a crypto wallet with minimum SHM to stake. The current minimum stake requirement to run a node is 2,400 SHM. Um, so the first step, let's make sure to add the Shardeum mainnet network to our MetaMask account. To do that, we can just go to the this link. You can to find this link. You can just go to Google and just search Shardeum endpoints, and you can click on the first link which says network endpoints. Once you're here, you can simply click on connect to Shardium mainnet. This will add all the network details in your MetaMask wallet. So once the MetaMask, once you have added the network, you can just make sure that you have minimum 2,400 SHM to run the node, to stake and run the node. So yeah, we have our crypto wallet and we have our network setup ready. So let's start setting up a node. So to do that, um, we can start copying the commands from the doc, and here you can see on the right side I've opened my terminal using the so I opened my terminal using the Terminus app, which you can use to access your VPS. So I'll just simply start copying my first command, which is to install the curl. So you can just copy it
Also,
and
as we go forward, could you please also explain why are we using these commands?
sure.
And is there, you are using a VPS, so are there any other ways that the people on this call can host a node?
Yeah, if you have your own laptop, Linux based operating system, and you have the minimum requirement to run the node, you can use this doc, and you can start using the commands to run a node. Just make sure that you have also installed the Docker application to set up the node. On the VPS, I'll just start copying the first command, which is to install the curl. So I'll just copy it and enter. So this will ask me to continue by pressing Y or N. To continue, I just press Y and press enter. So this will start installing the curl. So basically, the curl is a tool that will be using to download all the data that the all the commands that we'll be using next. This curl will help us to download all the data using the terminal. So you can see we have successfully downloaded installed the curl. So next will be copying the next command, which is to update the packages. So I'll just copy it and I'll just paste it there.
So what does this command do? It updates the package that we've already downloaded, right?
So
To the
yeah,
latest
so
version.
yep. So this command will basically update the list of all the available packages and their version on your system. I'm using like we so it's a Linux based, so it will just update all the packages already on the system. Um, the next command is to install the Docker and Docker IO. So I'll just copy this one also and just paste it here. Now it will ask me permission to continue. I will press Y and enter, and it will take some time to download and install the Docker. So while we are installing the Docker, this command, which is going to install Docker, will allow you to run and manage all the containers. Uh, so you can see we have installed Docker, and the next step is to check whether the Docker was installed properly, and you can also check the minimum version requirement to install the node. So I'll just copy the Docker version command and I'll just paste it here, and you can see the version is to 27.5.1, which is more than the minimum required version mentioned on the doc. So we've installed all the requirements to finally download and install the Shardeum validator. So I'll just use the next command I'll be using is the curl command to install the Shardeum validator. So to do that, I'll just copy this command here, and I'll just paste it here, and then it will ask me um, yeah, so it will ask me to double check my minimum hardware requirement, which I earlier mentioned you. So if you have the minimum requirement, you can press Y and press enter. Now the next thing is it will ask you in which directory you want to install it. So I'm just going with the default one, which is the Shardium, and I'll just to select the default, I'll just press enter. Yeah, and the next one is do I need a web-based dashboard, which is the GUI? So yes, I'll be needing I'll need the GUI, so I'll just press Y. If you are okay with the CLI, you can choose to press N and press enter. So yeah, so now it's asking me the port number to basically access my web-based dashboard. So the port number by default is 8080. So to choose the default one, I'll just keep it blank and press enter. And
So what happens if you don't want a default number and want
So
more?
here you can see it's mentioned that you can select any other port. So if you are already using 8080 port for some other app on your system, you have the option to select any number between these, which is like not currently used. So if I
Got
don't want to use 8080, I can select a different number and I can type it here and I can press enter.
got it.
Yeah, so the next one is the external IPs. So I will also just use the default one here, which is auto. Yeah. Now it's asking me for the P2P communication. So this is a very important step. You have to make sure that these ports are open because these ports will be helping all the nodes on the network to communicate with each other. So here I'm just going to select the default one. But if you want to choose a different one, you can just select any number between the mentioned numbers here, and you can just type it here and press enter. Uh, so this is again a second pot which I will be selecting the default one again. And yeah, so that's all. So now you can see we have entered all the required details to start downloading the validator. So it will take some time to download each files, and once the downloading is complete, you'll see it will start extracting the files. So I think this is the last one, the last file we're downloading here. um, and
Usually, what is the average time it takes for the downloads?
that also depends on your network connection. If your network speed is really good, you'll be able to complete it in 1 or 2 minutes. If You can already see that it only took less than 1 minute to download all the files. Now it's extracting all the files, and once the extraction is complete, you'll see it will directly install, and it will ask you your it will ask you to enter your password, which you will be using to access your dashboard.
Got it.
Yeah, so the downloading is basically depends on your network connection. If you're using a VPS, just double check which subscription provides a better internet connection. This will also help you in staying on standby without any issue.
Got it.
Uh, yeah. So the extraction, the main thing is it will take some time to extract. I think the extraction is also complete, and now you can see everything is ready to go, and it's just asking me to enter the password that I will be using to access my web-based dashboard. So I'll just
Okay.
enter a password here, and I will just press enter.
So, what happens if we forget this password? Is there
Uh,
any way to retrieve it?
Yep. So if you forget your password, you can just go on the dock, and you can just find. You can just click on the find shortcut and just search for reset or forget
Okay.
password, I guess. Uh, Not sure what's the exact command here. Aniket, what was the exact command to reset?
1 second, I'll just bring him into the stage. Yeah.
It was here, I guess.
Yes, Aniket, you're on. I think you're on mute. We cannot hear you.
I'll share the command with you guys just in a sec.
Yeah, yeah. It's also mentioned on the doc. I'm not able to find it right now, but you can just use the command directly from the doc, and you can just enter your new password. It will just take you a few minutes to reset it.
Sure. As Aniket shared the command, we will drop it in the comments. Thanks,
Yeah.
Aniket.
So now you can see everything is ready. You can directly access your dashboard by clicking on the link provided here, but you can also just use your VPS IP address and the port number that you used to directly access uh, your web based dashboard. So I'll just click on this link, which will take me to the dashboard, and I'll click on proceed here. So yeah, as you can see, we are able to access the dashboard. Let me just extend the window. Yeah. So I'll just enter my password that I entered to access the dashboard. So I'll just enter my password and click on the
So, our
button.
node installation is complete, right?
If you're able to access your dashboard, your node installation was successful. um, and you can also access the node from yours using your CLI command. So
Okay.
So
So that
let me show
roughly
you
took
how
us
to
15 minutes to set up a node, right?
yeah. I think some issue with my network connection here. I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Your screen is visible.
Yeah, so let me try to log in again. And yeah, so you can see we were able to log in with the same password that we entered on the terminal. Now the next step is to connect your wallet and start your node. So I'm just going to use my MetaMask wallet, and I'll press connect, and then I'll click on the start node button here. Just wait for some time. Yeah, so you can see the node is successfully started. Next step is to go to the you can stake your SHM on this landing page. You can also just the skip to the main dashboard. So I'll just press the skip button, and I'll just go here. Seems like some issue with my VPS node here. That's why I'm facing some issue accessing my node. Um, yeah. So this is the main dashboard of your node. We'll just wait for the node to fetch the current node status. And yeah, so now you can see the node is currently running, and the current status is no SSM staked. So your node is running at the moment, but it's not in the network. So to do to join the network, you have to make sure to stake the minimum SHM, which is 2400 SHM. So to do that, I'll just click on. So as you know, we have the minimum SHM in our wallet. Uh, just click on the add stake button here, and the minimum requirement is 2400 SHM. Just type the minimum number here and click on stick. So it will ask
So,
to
one question, Shubham.
yeah.
So, if we stake more than 2400 SHM, will there be an increase in the number of rewards, or the rewards stay constant?
Yeah, so currently there's no extra benefit for staking more than the minimum SHM number, but in future there might be some extra benefits for you for staking a higher number of SHM tokens. So
Got
currently there's no extra benefit. You just need 2400 SHM, and just wait for your turn to start validating. Once you start validating, you'll be able to earn the SHM token. So now I'll just click on the confirm to verify do the transaction and stake my SHM. So I'll just wait for a minute here, and you can see that we have already yeah. So we were able to successfully stake 2400 SHM, and now uh, it will take some time to update the status here. Yeah, So you can see that the your node, like my node is currently in waiting for the network, which means that you were able to successfully stake 2400 SHM, and now it will just it's like waiting in the line to get connected to the network. So once you are connected, you the next status you will see here is the standby. Once you are on the standby, it means that uh, you are uh, you are able to connect the you were able to join the network. And you can also see that currently there are 166 standby validators. So uh, to start earning SHM, you'll have to wait for your turn to wait for the network to randomly pick your node as you randomly pick your node from the standby list and move it to the active validators. Once you are selected as an active validator, you will be able to validate the transactions, and you will be able to earn 10 SHM per hour. So that's the whole procedure of running the node. And let me also show you how you can check how you can use the CLI command to check the status of your node uh, using the terminal. So yeah, you can see I already ran this command, which is cd Shardeum, to open the Shardeum directory. And then I ran the dot shell command script. So once you have done that, you can just type, or you can also copy the command from the doc here, which is the status command. Yep. So this is the command operator realize status. So you can just copy it and you can just paste it here. And after you press enter, it will take some time to load the current status of your node. So here you can see the minimum version, the active version, and you can also see that how much, like the performance of your system, how much disk percentage and the CPU percentage, like the CPU it's taking right now. And you can also see you have the minimum, the stake requirement is 2400 SHM. And you can see all other details here. So once your node is on the on the standby, or it's currently like validating, you can also check all the status directly through the CLI. If you are facing any issues, you can also stop your node using the CLI command, which is the
We can do this on the GUI interface as well, right? We
Yeah,
can see
you can do
what.
it on the GUI. But if for some reason you are not able to do certain action using the GUI, you can always go to the dock, and you can, for example, if you're facing any issue unstaking your node,
Mhm.
you can directly also you can do it from your dashboard. If it's not working for some reason, you can just directly copy the unstick command, and you can just copy it and you can paste it here. It will ask you to enter your private keys. Just make sure to securely copy and paste it in the terminal. And once you have done that, you will be able to unstake directly from the CLI. So there are more like there are you can stop your node also from the CLI. So to do that, you can always come to the doc command, and you can always find all the commands for that. So that's basically everything to how to start install the node, how to stake the node, and how you can start earning the tokens.
Could you also take everyone through the our GUI dashboard? So whatever we can see here, could you just give a brief explainer of that as well?
Yep. So let me just reload my dashboard and show you the current status. Uh, yeah, so currently we're still like waiting for the network, but it will take a few more minutes to join the network, and you'll see the status will switch to standby. Here you can see that uh, this particular section, it will show you your rewards. So once yeah so Now our node status is on standby, which means we have successfully connected to the network, and now we're waiting for our turn to get like selected as a active validator and start verifying the transactions and also start earning the SHM tokens. So once you are on the active once your node status switch to active, you will be able to see all the earned SHM tokens here. So currently it's 10 SHM per hour. So once your node is active, you will be able to see all the earned SHM tokens here. One After your node is like rotated from active to standby again, you'll see all the active all the previously earned SHM tokens will be accumulated here under the total reward earned section. So no matter how many times you switch from standby to active or active to standby, you can always check this section to see your overall SHM that you earned for running the node. Here on the next section, you can see network size, which will show you the current active validators, which are the minimum there are 255 active validators, and you can also see that there are 166 standby nodes currently running in the network. Under that, you can see the performance of your node. You can check your CPU usage, your RAM usage, your disk usage, and also your network. And here you can see the TPS overview. And on the right side, you can see the minimum SHM tokens that you have staked. You can also, if you decide to stop your node, you can press on stop node. And after that, after stopping the node, there's a minimum 30-minute lock on, like a lock in period, where you won't be able to unstake your node. So after stopping your node, just make sure to wait for 30 minutes. Once you have waited for 30 minutes, you can click on the remove stake button, and you can take out your staked SHM tokens. Um, Also, you can also go in the settings, where you can see there's a feature which is auto restart node. You can choose to keep it on or off. There's also force remove stake. So if for some reason you are not able to remove your stake using the remove stake the button, you can always like it's not recommended, but if there's a emergency, or if you really want to remove the stake, you can go to the settings and you can use the force remove stake button, which will remove your stake from the standby list. Also, you can use force stop node. If this button is not working, you can always go to the setting section to stop your node. um, Also, you can see in the settings that you have an option to reset your password. So if you already know your current password, you can always enter the current password, and you can always change your password. But if you have forgotten your password, then the only option is to use the command and access your terminal, and use that command to set up a new password. So that's all on the dashboard. Also, yeah, so you can also see your version info here. If there's a new version available, we'll make sure to announce it on our Discord or our social channels. But you can also get a notification directly on your dashboard that there is a new version available. And if you want, you can always use the dock to update your node. You can find the update command here. This is yeah so this is the You can go to this section and you can use these commands to basically update your validator node.
Thanks, Shivam. Also, is there a way we can show the log section where people can download the logs of their validator?
Yeah. So to download the logs, just go to your not able to see the button right here, but yeah. So yeah, so you can see here, there's a this symbol. uh, you can click on this, and here you can see all your validator logs. You can click, like, if you want to download it, and if you are facing any issues, you can download all your logs. And there's a bug reporting link that we'll also share with you. But you can always you choose to download the all logs, or you can also uh, one by one go through different categories of the logs. For example, if you want to check any error log, you can go to the error log section, and you can always check your uh, the recent issues that your node was facing. So that's how you can always go and check your logs on the validated dashboard.
So, anything to do with troubleshooting your node, this is the place where you should go, right?
Yep. So any issues you're facing, you can download the logs here, and you can also report it on our GitHub. There's a reporting, like, bug reporting link that I will share you after, like, stopping my screen. And you can also go to Discord. There's a support section there. You can always go there. You can open a ticket, and you can always tag me or the community moderator, and we'll make sure to solve all your issues.
Thanks, Shubham. So, as you all could have seen, it was quite simple to set up your node. Even a new non-tech person like me can set up node, and that's why anyone can run a node on the network. Thanks, Shubham, again. So yes, so now we move on to the next section. For that, we will have Aniket and Sam back online. Welcome back, guys. So now we will take up the questions that we've collected from the community. And also, if you have any questions right now regarding the demo that we went through, any doubts that you have, please drop in your messages in the chat. We will have them answered as well. So, yes, for the questions that we've collected from the community already, the first one we have is, to maintain network stability and security, how many internal or infrastructure nodes does Shardeum operate? And how do these nodes differ in roles or privileges from community run nodes?
Yeah, I can take that. So beginning about 2 weeks ago, we began letting community nodes into the network. We are doing this in phases, initially letting, starting with like 5% of the total active set being community nodes, and increasing as we feel comfortable with the stability of the network. So currently we're sitting about 8 to 10% of the active set being community nodes, and we'll continue to monitor and let more nodes in as we feel comfortable. As far as the difference between community nodes and Shardeum run nodes, there is no difference as far as privileges. The only difference you would notice is that our internally run nodes do not earn rewards. So we are not taking from the reward pool. That all goes to the community.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for answering those. And so it has been 2 weeks since we opened up community nodes, right? How many of them do we have right now?
I don't have the number in front of me, but because we're sitting at about 8 to 10%, I can estimate about 25 to 30 nodes would be community run nodes in the network right now.
No, I think the last time I checked, we were above 115. So let me
That's
get that.
that would be in the standby list.
Yes,
So
yes, in the standby, like
in
all the
standby,
community run nodes right now.
okay, yeah, yep. So in standby right now, yeah, we have 167 community run nodes, and in
Oh,
the active set, we would have about 25 to 30. So we're looking close to about 200 run community nodes currently participating in the network.
in just 2 weeks. That's amazing. Thanks, Sam. So moving on to the next question now. In the in a future with thousands of active nodes, how will Shardeum maintain high TPS without compromising decentralization?
Should I pick this up?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So as far as the transaction throughput is concerned, so it depends on how we achieve the parallel processing. And as you all know, that Shardium is a sharded network. So that's how we actually, that's the mechanism where we will, using which we try to achieve the parallelism. So what happens is the network is divided into smaller groups. They possess their own data that they have to process. So all these shards, right, that we talk about, or the different subsets, will process the transactions parallelly. That basically increases the speed of execution of transactions. So even if we have a lot of nodes, a lot of traffic coming in, the way we are um, processing the transactions basically helps us maintain uh, our quick processing and instant finality of the transactions. So specifically on the sharding front, we have this dynamic state sharding, which basically is like growing and shrinking these shards based on the network requirements. So the moment we have higher traffics, we will have more number of shards, which will, so more number of shards means that we will be able to process more transactions in parallel. And once, if we do not have any, I mean, we have a lesser traffic, so automatically the shards will shrink, and it will basically cater to how the what is the number of transactions that are currently in the in the network. So accordingly it will save your resources also. You don't need to have like a lot of uh, nodes in the network. If you have to process, for example, 1,000 per second, if you want like 100K per second, so you might need a higher number of nodes to process that. So basically saves a lot of resources because of this dynamic nature of sharding. So yeah, it will not compromise the speed of the network. It will basically adjust itself to make sure that it is catering to this requirement of the network.
And as we move forward, we are aiming to have all community run nodes that will not compromise on decentralization. So more community nodes, higher TPS, higher decentralization. This also brings me to my next question, which is somewhat related with the community run nodes. How does the network handle low quality or malicious nodes, and are there any penalties, and how are they enforced?
Sure, I can take this. So currently, the network doesn't penalize bad nodes in the sense that you would expect. So other networks might slash your rewards that you're earning based on poor performance or malicious activity. At Shardium, we are looking to reduce some of that, hardship. So if you have a poorly run node, we will identify that as quickly as possible and remove you from the active set quickly. In a sense, let's just say we have 100 nodes in the active set. So you would go active for 100 cycles, effectively earning, um, you know, SHM for 100 cycles. And that's if you're a good performing node. If you're a poorly performing node, we'll try to identify that quickly, and maybe we'll kick you out at cycle 10. So instead of earning 100% of your node reward, you're going to end up with 10% since you are only in the network for 10% of the typical duty that you would be doing. So in that sense, we are penalizing bad nodes, but we're not directly slashing your rewards. We're just telling you you have to get out of the network and maybe increase your hardware to perform better, or stop that, stop acting maliciously if you're a bad actor.
So if someone is in the standby node pool and the node seems a little sus, so it won't be selected in the active state to go in the active state also, right?
Yeah, so there's a couple mechanisms. If you're already poorly performing in the standby set or in syncing, we'll be able to identify that and not even let you into the active state. Occasionally, you will be able to slip through just because the processing that you need to do during those phases isn't as intense. So you could still get into the active set potentially, and in that case, we have uh, more advanced mechanisms to identify these poorly operating nodes and remove them from the active set. Uh, this way, we also benefit the whole network because the health of the network will be better as uh, the majority of nodes will be well acting and therefore well performing and consents on transactions quicker and better.
Thanks for answering that, Sam. So the next question we have is how exactly do validator rewards work on the mainnet? Are SHM rewards based on uptime, transaction processed, or is it both?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to
Go
take
ahead.
it?
Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, so the way we hand out rewards is based on cycles active. So it's not based on how much transactions you're helping consents on, kind of like Ethereum. It's solely based on you went active on cycle, let's just say 1, and you left on cycle 100. You're going to get rewards based on those 100 cycles you were active. And the reward rate is based on each cycle. So we do some math and figure out, for every cycle you'll get 0.01 SHM, for example. So if you're there for 100 cycles, you'll get 10 oh my god, 10 SHM as your final payout.
Thanks, Sam. So the next question we have is how does a network maintain stable gas fees regardless of market fluctuations? Are these mechanisms in place to prevent congestion-driven fee spikes, similar to what happens on Ethereum during high demand periods?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, go ahead, Anna.
I can take that up. So currently we have constant fees on the network, even if there are market fluctuations or even the congestion on the network. Um, so unlike Ethereum, we do not have any like Ethereum, we do not have any speed up mechanism. The transactions are processed as they come in. The way we speed up the transactions is basically uh, what we call is like having multiple shards dynamically, and then introduce that parallel processing so that um, you don't feel that network is congested. In case if the token price is like, you see a lot of fluctuations and it shoots, we have the ability to basically raise or lower the gas prices using multi-sig transactions. But this requirement will be very low, and I think we will also do it under guidance of our tokenomics experts.
So no matter how many transactions come in, no matter how much the load the network has, the gas fee will stay low forever.
Yes.
Awesome. So the next question is, what are the key differences between running a validator node and archiver node on the Shardeum mainnet, including staking requirements, hardware requirements, and potential rewards? And when might the community be able to operate archiver nodes? Or if the community will be able to operate archiver nodes?
Sam, please go ahead if you want to take this up.
Yeah, so I will say that currently we only allow community to run validator nodes. Um, there is plans in the future to open up archivers to be run by the community, but in the immediate roadmap, it's probably a couple of years away. So if you're a community member, I wouldn't concern yourself too much with running an archiver right now. But the only difference between running a validator and archiver as from a software or sorry, from a hardware perspective would be uh, archivers require a lot more disk space because you are essentially storing the complete history of the blockchain, whereas validators are only storing portions of the data they need to consent on, so they can be a lot smaller. Um, oh, did I miss Q? Did I miss question 5? I'm sorry. Oops.
Not you, Sam. That was me.
Um, yeah, so these requirements may change as we go forward as far as staking requirements needed for an archiver, as well as hardware requirements as we try to reduce our data footprint from that side. So, currently, like I said, there's not a big difference, but do stay tuned because I'm sure more information will be coming out as we get closer to letting community members run archive nodes.
Thanks for answering that. And now a question that we received from a lot of community members. The claim is that nodes rotate from standby to active every 60 seconds. How is rotation randomness implemented? Is it probably fair and verifiable on chain? So basically, people want to know how is their node getting from standby to active, and how are we maintaining the randomness?
Yeah, so we do pick a node every 60 seconds from standby to start syncing. We are basing who gets to go from standby to syncing and eventually to active based on the age of which the node has been in the standby list, as well as some internal randomness, so that it's not just first in, first out kind of functionality. You can always view the node states and which ones are going from what state to another through the Explorer. If you check out the cycles page on our dashboard, and as well as that, this code is all open source, so there's nothing that's not verifiable by the community. If you're super interested on how all the inner workings of node selection work, view our GitHub. But yeah, as far as is it fair? I would say 100% fair. Again, node age and a little bit of randomness to help select nodes and get into the active state is really the simplest way to put it.
I've dropped in the link to the Explorer and the cycles where you can verify all that in the chat below. So that was the last question that we had. I see Shubham has been tackling all the questions that we received on the chat and has already answered those. So I guess that brings us to the end of our session. Thank you so much, Aniket, Sam, Shubham, for joining in and for answering all the questions of the community. So yes, Shardeum is decentralization for everyone, and anyone can run a node on the network. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.